This game on paper is obviously a lot more different now than it was 3 weeks ago. Just how have y'all, I guess, handled that? Do you look at the game differently, just given the situation they're going through right now?
Yeah, not at all. We definitely just treat it the same as we would any other game day. You prepare for opponent every Saturday, and we try not to treat any game higher than another game. So we're going to prepare for this game the same way we prepared for the game last week. Give it our all with the game plan and come in, and we're going to work hard every day at practice and just make sure that we're prepared for the game. So.
What was Saturday like for you, getting your first start?
It was super cool. It was exciting, kind of being back home. I had a lot of my family was there. My dad was able to make it, which he's not able to make it to many. So that was super cool for me. And like I said, just being back home it added a lot to it. Just I had a great time. I couldn't really imagine it being any other way. Couldn't have drawn it up better. So.
What advice did your dad give you going into the game, and what feedback did he give you afterwards?
I think he just, he said, you're prepared. You prepared during the week. Just go out there and have fun. That's the biggest thing, give it everything you got and, look back at the end of the game and you'll see, whatever the scoreboard looks like, but just know that you don't leave anything out there. Just know that you gave it your all. So.
What's been the process of just the green dot and going through, those reps of just, getting the checks and getting the calls is, I would imagine, just as important as the physical reps.
Yeah, no doubt. In terms of the green dot, Coach Wallace and Coach Parker do a great job of utilizing that throughout camp. And so, whether you're taking reps with the ones, the twos, wherever you're taking reps at the mic, you'll have that at practice. So you get good practice with that. So, going into the game, it really wasn't an issue in terms of the green dot. And then just, what else did you have there? Sorry.
It feels like just as important as physical reps of just being able to process, okay, here's the call, communicating it where you need to.
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, they do a great job of working with that through the week. So it's not really a whole lot different than how we prepare throughout the week. He's able to give you a couple extra reminders in the headset, which is nice. But I would say they do a pretty good job of preparing us for that. So.
What's it been like having Tevin here this season?
It's been awesome. It's been super cool. I love seeing him on the sideline during the games. He gets super juiced up, when the offense makes a play, when we make a play. So I always give him a high five, give him a little chest bump, which is cool. It's been super special having him here, and just, I see him come in and work every day. He's been doing a great job, working super hard. So I'm excited for him and excited to see where he can take this. So it's been awesome.
I think he had a chance to go walk on. Was it SDSU or something like that? Just what were those conversations before he decided he wanted to come to a family school?
Yeah, I think he definitely had some opportunities to go play at some cool places. But the way we grew up, my dad being a football coach at big time college football programs, Oklahoma, Michigan, places like those. I think where he was kind of at was, if I'm going to play, I want to play somewhere that's one of those big time schools, because I think that's always kind of been a little bit of a dream of his. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. He obviously could have played at some of those other places, but he was like, you know what, I can get in, start working with some of the coaching stuff at Iowa, and I think he's loved that, and I think he's been happy with that decision. So,
is there anything you learned about yourself from the game on Saturday?
No, I think,
it's a deep question.
Yeah. No, you're good. I think, you go where I'm at, I'm a fourth year guy, haven't played real football in a long time. So I think getting back out there and just knowing that, hey, I can do this. You get used to tackling again. You don't really tackle at practice during the week often. So getting back into real football mode, and having that confidence again that, all right, I'm good. I can do this. This is what I practice for. So I'd say that'd probably be the biggest thing.
How long does that, I don't want you come out with confidence. So how long did it take for you to settle in on Saturday to get that realization, I guess, so to speak?
It gets real pretty quick. You got first play, You got O-linemen coming at you, you got running backs coming at you. So it hits you pretty quick, and then you're like, all right, we're in it, and then you just kind of, you don't think about it. You just, it becomes instinct, and you just keep going. So, I'd say it didn't take too long.
Your dad started many games at Kinnick. You're going to be able to start your first game at Kinnick this weekend. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, it's awesome. Just even having the opportunity to come play at the University of Iowa always a dream of mine, and just have been slowly building my way up to where I've been able to be now. I've just been super blessed for all the opportunities that I've had, but super excited for the opportunity this weekend. Look forward to it, and just preparing. So
This defense feels like it's